Sorry about that. That was I had to answer that call. That's answered now. Um, yeah. So yeah, a few months ago I was doing 10Ks every other day, 42, 43 minutes comfortably. But I was fit then. But it just shows you, you know, after a layoff, you're going to lose some strength. So it takes time to build back up to that. And possibly, looking back, I was possibly overtraining a little bit. Um, Back end of last season, I was doing PBs for 10K, half marathon, 2,000 metres, and knocking out 10Ks every night, at 42, 43 minutes, doing 20-minute 5Ks regular. And possibly I was rowing too hard. Maybe should be doing some easier sessions, um, combined with harder sessions rather than being on it every night. So that's something I'm going to look at in my preparation for the British Championships. I need to go hard, easy, hard, easy. Make the hard sessions hard and the easy sessions easy. And general mindset in general has always been, if I feel good, I'll just push it. Um, but that's not really training, is it, if you think about it? So, like I said before, I need to be training smarter. I think that's the thing I need to look at. I need to, like I say, when it's a hard session to do, I need to be on it. And then, if I need a recovery session, I need to do a recovery session. Um, Not over edge it, not overdo it because it all catches up with you. So I think I have to be mindful. Anyhow, prep's going well. I'm up to it's Friday today. I've not rowed today yet, but I will be later on this afternoon. I'm already up to 27K. So the last couple of weeks I've done 33K. So it looks like I'm on course for a good 40 kilometres this week, I would have thought, which is good, excellent. Plus extra walking as well. So I'm quite pleased with that. It'll have been a good week's training. Yeah, I had a phone call from my friend, and he's been feeling a bit fed up with his training and stuff. He does running, he's a running friend from the 80s, and he's not been himself recently. I think motivation's been low. So we had a chat for about an hour, and I got a message this morning saying that he'd been down to the club and done a track session, um, 12 times 400 with the minute recovery, 1 minute 55 per rep, or the average, which is not bad. He's 60, 62, same as me. It could be 63, but I think he's pretty similar age to me. So it's not bad going. And like I said to him, well, that's an amazing session, considering that you've got not had much running background recently because you've not been motivated to train, you've been tired, and then to go down to the track and do that sort of session, um, potentially dangerous because if you haven't got the running background to do track sessions, you can quite easily get injured. But it's a good session considering that he's not done much training recently. So he said he thinks he's getting his mojo back. His last couple of runs have been good as well. He said since we had the talk, um, I've motivated him a bit more, which I probably have because I'm quite a highly motivated person myself. Um, so hopefully I have. I'm glad he's feeling better. But it just shows you, if you have a little bit of chat with somebody about something that's bothering you or you're not at your best, sometimes the other person can see why you're not feeling good or why you're feeling a bit down. When I said to him, I don't think it's a physical thing that you're not doing so much training or you can't be bothered to train or put the effort. I think that is probably a mental thing. His wife's working away at the moment. Her mother's poorly and she's having to spend time away from him. And that's a demotivation thing in itself. There's been a lot of allergies this summer. I mean, I've suffered myself a lot with allergies this summer. That's another factor. But like I said to him, though, at the end of the day, the allergy season's virtually done. I said, get yourself on YouTube, watch a few videos of athletics, like you used to from the 80s and 90s. And there's plenty of motivational stuff out there. And I spend a lot of time on YouTube and Instagram, and all the people I follow, they're all motivational. They're all training people, and if you're feeling a bit flat or you need a bit of a G up, just watch a couple of short videos, and you'd be amazed that it just motivates you to get another session done. And then you get the session done, and you feel good, So there's no reason to feel down. You know, if fitness is, you know, something what you're keen on, you know, you've got to be motivated because you get in your 60s, you ain't going to do it if you're not motivated. But there is things in place now that you get motivated. You know, like I say, the videos and stuff like that. And also chatting with a friend, a good friend who knows you and possibly can help and advise you. You know, so he's taken some advice I give him, and he's straight away gone back up to track and done a few good runs on the road since, and he's feeling a lot better about himself. So I'm hoping that he's going to crack on a bit now, like we all have to do. You know, we've all got our own goals and targets. Um, so yeah, it's been a good training week so far. 27k so far over the 4 days. 3 more days to go. So I'm hoping to get over 40 kilometres this week, close to 50 probably, if possible. If I don't. I'll just do what I can do. You know, the walks have been extra training as well. Yeah, I mean, actually feel a little bit tired today, but like I said, I think it's been a longer week training wise, and the extra walking, I think it's certainly made a difference. But you know, I've got to crack on. You know, obviously, I'm still prepping for the British Championships, and yeah, even after that, I'm looking at I'm already looking at the British rankings and stuff, and just seeing what other events I'm going to try and get up the ratings with. You know, and I think, you know, I'm going to do the long distance once I've got this British Champs out of the way. I've been looking at the standings for 30 minutes, over 60 minutes, 5k, 10k, and half marathon. I think I'll be looking at cracking some of them distances, trying to get in the top 5, top 4 in some of the rankings if possible. As high as possible in the world rankings. I think I've certainly got my mojo about now for training. I'm pretty motivated. You know, I'm getting into the groove of training every day. In fact, I've not had a day off now for nearly 3 weeks. I've trained every day, so that's good. But I possibly could do with a day off probably. You do need your days off recovery if you're training quite hard. But obviously I'm not training hard at the moment. But if I'm starting to approach 50 kilometres a week, I'll just have to be careful that I may need the odd rest day to recover, or certainly easier rows in between the harder rows. Anyhow, that's just a quick update. Everything's good. I'm on course for a decent week, and let's just see how I go. I'll speak to you all soon.